everybody, and welcome to the Ginger Transformer podcast with me, your host, MegaGinge. Just a little introductory video here. Obviously, I'm new on the scene with the Ginger Media Limited, so a little bit about myself. Massive Transformers fan, or I wouldn't be doing this. We're not here to talk about me, we're here to talk about those transforming robots from Cybertron. And we will be doing a lot of talking about them. A lot of Generation 1 fans like me who wish the Bayverse universe just didn't exist. But thankfully, there won't be a lot of that here. We're talking mainly Generation 1. We'll be talking Generation 1 USA, which came out in September of 1984 and finished in November 1987, officially. Unofficially, it kept going in Japan from 87 until 1990, and then during the mid-90s, we had the Beast Wars and we had the Beast Machines, all part of the great Transformers Generation 1 storyline. Plus, we have a litany of comics. We have the Marvel UK and Marvel US comics from back in the 80s, which were picked up eventually by Dreamwave, short-lived though that was. And then we had the IDW run, a beautiful, long run of all things Transformers. Two runs actually. One finished, another one started. That only lasted a few years. I have all the comics. Very proud of that, if I'm completely honest. And we'll be discussing all this stuff. We'll be discussing Generation 1, it's all its glory, all its formats. Now imagine for a second you are a kid in 1984, getting up for school in the morning in September. You're just lucky enough to catch this new program that is on TV. And for lots of little boys at that point, we loved cars, we loved robots, we loved planes. And Transformers pretty much just put all that together and said, let's get nuts. And now there's so many people out there, like myself, now on nearly 40 years later, next year will be the 40th anniversary of Transformers Generation 1, the original and best of all the Transformers stuff is out there. It is going to be a wild ride, people will be celebrating. Obviously we've had stuff over the years after Beast Wars and Beast Machines that tried to keep the mantle going. We've got RID, the Unicron trilogy, that consists of Transformers Armada, Energon and Cybertron. Then more recently you've got Rescue Bots, which was the key demographic, I'm not gonna lie, was babies. My girl was about 3 at the time, she loved it. As soon as she hit 4, she went, Daddy, what are these things? And went back to her Barbies. I'm not gonna lie, I did play with the Rescue Bot toys she had. And nowadays you've got Cyberverse and you've got Earth Spark, I think it's called. I'm not sure, honestly, if I'm completely honest. I haven't watched it yet. I watched one episode and turned it off because it seemed to on the Generation 1 lore by trying to actually honour it on it. It's very hard to describe. You have to watch it for yourself. I'll give it a chance. I did watch the Unicron trilogy, for example. I liked it. I was a teenager though. There was a big difference to me now. I'm hitting my 40s. But yeah, imagine you were back there. Back then, you just woke up one day and this is on. It's not the GoBots. There are voice actors from the GoBots, but it's not the GoBots. It's a completely new thing. And you're like, I'll give this a go. And then boom. Most kids were addicted to it from then on. And then it went on to have a great second season. More stuff came out. And at this point, kids were learning what weaponry was and were using these lovely large metal toys of theirs as bricks to throw at their sibling. I did it myself. I feel bad in my old age at the time though. You're a kid. You want to throw bricks at people. So a little bit of what we'll be going through. Like I said, we'll be going through all the TV lore. The Generation 1 movie, which was the first movie. It was not the Michael Bay 2007 movie. The first one was back in the 80s. Plus, we'll be going through all the comics. Yes, there are lots of them. Then we'll be starting with the most faithful of them all. We'll be going to the Generation 1 Marvel USA comics. The UK ones were okay, and I say that as someone who lives in the UK. And then, like I said, there were other comics made up. Not so much in between there. It kind of stopped until Dreamwave decided we'll pick it up. And then that didn't last. And then IDW got them. But we'll be covering all that. There's going to be unboxings, as they're called, because I am a collector myself. I have some 400-500 Transformers. Yes, I buy a lot of Transformers. But you're probably talking more unboxes later in the year, around about October and December for my birthday and Christmas. And until then, it'll be kind of smattering, of if I can afford to buy, If people want anything else, if they want to talk about Armada, the Unicron trilogy, they want to talk about RID, even the Combiner Wars series or the War for Cybertron series, let me know in the comments. Not psychic, I'm not going to know unless you ask for it. For example, in the next video, we are going to do origins of the Transformers. And there are two main origins. Like I said, that is for the second episode. This is just a very quick kind of video just to introduce myself as the MegaGinge. And here's hoping I get to see you all my second video. Thank you. And till next time, transform, be safe, roll out, roll in, roll wherever you want.